Endometriosis occurs when tissue similar to the lining of the uterus grows outside the uterus, often causing severe pelvic pain and sometimes infertility. Health experts estimate the condition affects about 1 in 10 women of reproductive age, yet many patients go years without a proper diagnosis. For many women, the journey to understanding the source of pain can be long and exhausting. For Joan Abenacho, the pain started long before she even experienced her first menstrual period.
When I began my PIS at 13 years, that is when it became very terrible and too painful. I would miss class for almost a week.
What began as occasional discomfort later intensified, forcing her to undergo several surgeries that unfortunately did not resolve the problem.
So I would stay in 2 periods like for 3 months. So the pain became terrible, and a friend to my mother told her there is a doctor, he can work on us better. So when I went to see the doctor, he said I needed an operation immediately and it was urgent. So when he did the operation, nothing changed.
Today she continues to live with the constant pain and says the condition has also affected her social life.
Till when I did the 6th operation, that has turned into fistula. So I've remained with an opening on my tummy. So when I go into my PIS, the blood comes from the right part and even here where I have the opening. Because the doctor says I bleed from the intestines.
Abenacho is now encouraging parents to pay attention when children complain of persistent pain.
If you see your girl in pain, we are not supposed to have that too much pain. Kindly don't take them to clinics. Let's go to the main hospitals. And now we have Pan-African here that would or can handle endometriosis. Because what I've come to know, when you delay, you can end up not having a child. You can end up with a lot of complications.
Another survivor, Grace Nagawa, has lived with endometriosis for more than 22 years. Her personal battle inspired her to start the Endometriosis Foundation of Uganda to support women and girls living with the condition.
These women go through a lot. Most of them had this pain since they were young. 14 years, 9 years, and all that. So by the time you grow, the disease keeps advancing. You realize that fertility is also another journey on our side. It's so expensive.
Nagawa is also calling on government to support women battling endometriosis and related conditions such as adenomyosis.
Let's recognize this disease. We are over 300 ladies on the support group. Many of them have lost hope on when they will just have maybe any coin to start their fertility journey. For those that are detected early, someone can conceive.
Peter Williams, the co-director Endometriosis Foundation of Uganda, says he only discovered his daughter had endometriosis after speaking to Nagawa. He later learned that his wife had known about the condition of their daughter for years but had never felt comfortable discussing it.
That was my first introduction to endometriosis. I rang my wife and asked her, what's the story about this endometriosis? It's a terrible disease, and what do you know about it? And she said, well, our daughter's got it. And I said, well, wait a minute. Our daughter's 40 years old. I said, so when did she get it? And she said, well, about 15 years old. And I thought, what? And so you've got 20 odd years where my daughter had the disease, but I never knew about it because she never wanted to talk about it.
He says stigma and misinformation continue to prevent many women from seeking medical attention early.
Too many decisions are made on improper information, and this is a disease in which there's a lot of misinformation about, and it's misinformation at the ground level, but it's also misinformation in health professionals, nurses and doctors and even gynecologists.
Advocates say breaking the silence around menstrual health is critical in improving early diagnosis and treatment. Uganda will also join the rest of the world on 28th March on the World Endometriosis Day to further raise awareness about the chronic condition. Betty Modondo, NTV.